WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Once again, I have a bottling here from Dram Mor, great drink, great Dram whiskey, and it is Whiskybase number 166995, a 15-year-old Tomintoul first fill Sauternes Cask wine cask finish. So this was actually originally matured in a refill bourbon cask, maybe a hogshead, maybe a barrel, I don't know, and received a 4-month finish in a first fill Sauternes cask. Yay, cask number 32. 317 bottles, so it was probably a barrique, 225 liters, and this over here, oh, by the way, it has 56.1%, and this over here, and this is the only negative thing about this bottle I can mention, has a price of 124 euros and 90 cents. Ouch. Now, to be very, very honest, if you asked me Jason, I have a Tomintoul here. It's independently bottled. It's cask strength. And it has a 4-month finish of Sauternes. What would you be willing to pay for it? I'd be like, 75 euros? And it would be, that's not a bargain, but I think it could be worth that. 75, yeah, 75. All right. And then you take a look at the price and you say it's 50 euros more. All right, and that's just mind-blowing. I had some YouTuber couple, there's Detlef and Jonas, the son-in-law and the father-in-law, basically. And they have their own YouTube channel over here in Germany, and we tasted this as well. And they were like, I think in every second video I say the whiskeys are just too expensive for that value for money. And another YouTuber was actually in the chat and says, I say that in 4 out of 5 videos. It's like, yeah, I totally believe you. And so that's a little bit of a problem. This is way overpriced. All right. So, but I still bought it. I still shared it. And I still have about a third of the bottle left because people thought, as maybe rightfully so, it's a little bit too much there. All right, so what do we have here? We have Dram Mor. The Dram Mor Group Limited is a single cask whiskey bottler and originates from the once highly influential town of Dumbarton. There was a distillery there, a grain distillery, which rests in the shadow of the iconic rock Dumbarton's medieval castle. I'm reading from the webpage here, dumbartongroup.com. And Dram Mor is the brainchild of the husband and wife team Victoria and Kenny MacDonald. And the business started as a training and whiskey events business. Oh, that's interesting. As well as working to open new markets around the world for independent Scotch producers, working with companies such as Ian McLeod, Aaron Weens, Douglas Lang, Speyside Distillers, Borders Distillers, as well as Scottish gin producers, and so on, so on. Following the success of this, Kenny was offered the chance to work with Ian McLeod Distillers as a freelance brand ambassador, working in numerous markets throughout the world. And then in 2019, due to the high demand for small independent bottlings from a range of whiskey bars, boutique restaurants, and stores, Victoria and her husband, Kenny, see the right order, she started the company, decided to start their own brand named Dram Mor, meaning a big whiskey, translated from the Gaelish, Scottish Gaelic. And the company now exports to 14 different countries and keeps helping clients to access and bottle unique and bespoke single cask Scotch whiskies. Ta-da-da! What am I going to compare it to? I'm going to compare it to a Tomaten. Yes, it's 46%. Yes, it's only 80 euros for this bottle, which is way overpriced as well. And it's 12 years old. Forgive me, I have a little bit left in my glass from my German video. All right, very, very good. So what do we have here? We have both from the same distillery, Tomaten. So we have here from the Tomintoul distillery, both have Sauternes cask finishes. We have cask strength, we have 46%, we have both non-chill filter, we have both natural color. Now I'm going to describe these two as this is a winter day below freezing with clear skies. All right, you know that moment when you go out and you just breathe in the air and it's a blue sky, maybe it's a little bit of frost in the ground and so on. It crunches a little bit and it's crisp and it's clear. I like this. This is October, end of October, maybe for you in America, November, the beginning of November. Leaves have fallen from the trees. It's raining. It's 43 degrees outside, and it's definitely a fall day. It's a chilly day. It's a day to stay in, drink a hot tea, and enjoy a book or whatever. And that's how I'd compare the two of these. What do we prefer? I prefer this. On the nose, crisp, clear, nice. Here, it's really weird. I get a tiny, tiny little bit even of airplane glue here, which I definitely don't get here. Both of these have that Sauternes. Sauternes is a noble wine, fortified wine from the south region of Bordeaux. They leave it on the stalks until they actually have a foulness in them, like blue cheese, and they take this wine and make beautiful, beautiful dessert and aperitifs out of it. And I like my whiskeys in good Sauternes casks. So I'm going to try this. As I mentioned before, we are now at 56.1%. I think the Tomintoul and the Sauternes just marry so well. There's a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of an herbal wood bitterness towards the end. And you can get rid of this herbal wood bitterness by just adding a few drops, taking the 56 down to about 50%, and it turns into a amplifier for the Sauternes, for the vanilla, and it dampens a little bit of that wood and that herbal bitterness towards the end. This turns into a very, very good dram. This is for me a B- dram. I like. So Glencadam and Tomintoul belong to the same company, Agnes Dundee. They were independent bottlers, just like everyone else. They noticed, hey, I think we need to buy a distillery, otherwise we don't have stock to trade with. They did that, and they have a very, very, very good distillery with Glencadam and Tomintoul. Tomintoul actually has a peated version as well, and I'm going to try that in the next couple of months. Bottles are here. I'm looking forward to that. Delicious dram. Excellently made. Wonderful with water. B. All right, solid B, not even B, more B minus to B, wonderful. Value for money, it's still a D. It's way too expensive. It's 50 euros too expensive. If it was 99.99 and if it was 100 euros, I'd go, But 125, it's just like, no, no, no. I can go buy 3 other bottles for that amount of money and still have a better profile sometimes. All right, so, but it is that crisp winter day outside with that wonderful Sauternes, that grapey, winey moment there. Some wine, as in from wine, not from crying. Here on the nose, in comparison, as I said, a damp fall day. Tastes better than it smells. Also, the comparison here with the Glenallachie Sauternes, it was much better. It was cheaper. This is more expensive. This is not as high a quality as the Glenallachies are, in my opinion. Sorry, the wine cask, a limited edition here, was just not my cup of tea. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for liking. What is your favorite Tomintoul bottling? Is it the sherried? Is it the 15-year-old port? Is it the 21-year-old? Good stuff. A little bit expensive. Is it maybe something else? What is your favorite Tomintoul? Could be independent bottling, or could be original bottling from the producers. They are making excellent stuff out there. So if you haven't tried a Tomintoul, take a look at your next time you're at the whiskey store. Look around, maybe even ask you have anything from Tomintoul, and they're gonna maybe actually show you, direct you in an area that you've never ever really paid attention to. And because WhiskyJason said try it, please do, and please write down in the comments what your experience was with this, I think, excellent whiskey. All right, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, tell others, and if you ever need to contact me, WhiskyJason, one word, whiskey spelled the correct way, sorry, bourbon guys, without the E, at gmail.com. All the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.